What is going on, everybody? So today we are going to start exposing some of these YouTubers that some of you seem to have in your mind are a great ambassador for your tokens or your projects, and I'm going to tell you exactly why they are not. So there's no surprise. I keep exposing people like Zach Humphreys, Austin Hilton, Your Pop, Adam Shelton for the slimy rats that they are. And I want to tell you right now that more than one project has sent me the contracts they have between, say, Austin Hilton and Zach Humphreys. And in these contracts, there are things like, okay, you're going to accept this amount of money, and then you're going to get this amount of tokens, and then you're going to do this amount of videos or this amount of publicity for said token. And in these contracts, they're supposed to hold, or they're obligated to hold these tokens for a specific period of time. Now, I can tell you for a fact, I have read the text messages, the screenshots, the contract between Zach Humphreys and a large project, and that he dumped on them at the bottom of a red candle. He knows that I know. And the only thing keeping me from exposing him and posting all these documents is because that said token has got their legal team involved. Otherwise, I would have already posted it and let Twitter destroy this guy. But unfortunately, I can't at this moment because there are attorneys involved. Same thing goes for Adam Shelton. If I were him, I would go immediately and replace the tokens that you sold from Sky Token, because that is the one project that I wouldn't have done that to. Because the team behind that project, if you had actually done your research like you're paid to do, right? If you actually dug and looked into the project and the people behind the project like you are paid to do, you would have known who you're messing with. That was a terrible mistake. So I know they're giving you an opportunity to try to make it right. And if I were you, I would take that gesture and I would accept it, because the consequences, they're not going to be good for you. Same thing with Austin Hilton. So Austin, that's the one that I hate the most. Like, his little smug attitude, and he thinks that he's untouchable. Trust me, you're not untouchable, bro. And all these little scams that you've been running, and your pump and dumps and your Patreon groups, and you know, your amazing agent company down in Texas that's got 2-star review on Facebook, you guys aren't untouchable. And you see, Austin and Adam and a bunch of these other guys, they don't really say much on Facebook anymore. It's mostly Twitter and YouTube, right? Because on Facebook, they actually have to get real followers. Like, people actually have to click and like their pages. On Twitter, I can go to a website right now and buy 10,000 Twitter followers it's on sale for $78. I've been in network marketing. I've been in MLMs when I was younger. I know how this works. I know how sales funnels work. If you go to Adam Shelton's Facebook and scroll down to 2018-ish, you'll see where all he talks about is funnels and sales funnels and ads and marketing and how to get subscribers. They're not organic, guys. You know what I mean? I mean, I ran a couple things on like people's Twitter followers the other day, and I posted those on my Twitter. And almost 70% of all their Twitter followers are fake or bots or no longer valid Twitter accounts. These guys are frauding you, man. And let me make this clear. There's a difference between marketing, because I saw Zach Humphreys try to like throw shade and say, hey, I'm a paid marketer. That doesn't give you a right to break contracts, for one. And secondly, none of you are worth that kind of money. Not a single one of you are worth 1 Ethereum or more. Especially that shitstorm kid. That literally was a truck driver a couple weeks ago, and now all of a sudden he thinks he's a crypto expert and fucking leaves his live streams on for like 9 hours trying to like beg people for YouTube views and revenue. It's pretty sad, honestly. I guess his wife wasn't cutting it in the fucking OnlyFans industry. 0 subscribers probably from what I saw. I mean, I can't unsee the shit that I got sent. But anyways, you projects need to get your head out of your ass, because you're either in on it or you're complacent at this point, right? Because you know all you're doing is loading up their bags prior to them talking about said token. I mean, I'm gonna give you an example. Like, look at Saitama, look at Bobatama, look at all these other big tokens that these guys are getting paid in, and 99% of the time they're getting them prior to their videos. So when when Austin and Zach and Europop and all these people put out their videos back to back to back, what does it do? It sends the price sky high. And then what happens? You wake up and the shit's down 50 to 60% because they all took massive profits and dumped on y'all, meanwhile telling you they still hold. And I can tell you, most of you people in crypto have no idea what the fuck you're doing. Like, you claim that you've ran businesses and you're professionals, and the way you act proves otherwise. Because in the real world, your ROI on paying these people thousands of dollars to promote videos to their fake subscribers, there's no ROI on that, right? The only ROI is them pumping the price and then bringing in a bunch of people that are afraid of missing out, FOMOing in, and then dropping the bag on them, and now they got to hold your project for 6 months to a year, hoping they can at least break even. This industry's got to change, guys. And if I have to be the one that leads the spear, I will. I'm not scared of these people. I'm not scared of Russell. I'm not scared of Saitama. I'm not scared of any of these influencers. I mean, all of you have my address. You know where I'm at. Let me know when you're coming. I mean, I'm not scared of any of you, and I'm not going to back down. I'm just tired of it, man. This industry is rampant with fraud and corruption, and I'm going to do something about it. And, you know, most people, they don't want this kind of heat, but it doesn't bother me whatsoever. Like I said, bring it on. I'm not going to back down. If you're doing something wrong, then I'm going to expose you. There's a difference between being a paid YouTuber and doing promotional stuff. There's people like Austin, Awesome Austin, right? Rodney from My Crypto Journeys. You know, those are good guys. Mr. Bird Official. You know, Mr. Bird is like me. He does everything off donations, right? Like, I don't reach out to projects and say, hey, I want you to pay me to do an AMA. I'd rather not do AMAs. It's quality, not quantity to me. I'm not going to do a bunch of meme coins and projects that I don't believe in or like. I don't need the money that bad. I don't want the money that bad. If my name's behind something, it's because I believe in the people and I believe in the project. So, anyways, like I said, there's going to be a change in this industry. And if I have to do it alone, I will. But I honestly feel like the tide's turning. I feel like a lot of you projects are starting to figure out what's going on. I feel like a lot of you people that look up to these so-called influencers are starting to read between the lines and see that they're frauds. And like I said, man, there's going to be a change, and some of you are going to get made an example out of very shortly.